Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Chris Wood here. Um, I'm just doing this live broadcast update to say, after 3 years, thank you and congratulations to Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills, Staff Sergeants, ex-Chief, Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, a woman from mental health named Stacy, and Shelley Hafner. To Doctor Tatiana B., Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, Doctor Joy Hadley, Doctor Barton, Doctor Waldron, Doctor Pritchard, Doctor McGregor, Triage Nurse Tanya, Triage Nurse Terry, and Triage Nurse David, and Paladin Security Guard. To William Billy Woldridge, last known and used name, 149 Center Street North, Napanee, Ontario. Blair Hardy, Jabin Allstein, Tyler Lake, and many others. Thank you for 3 years of injuring me, torturing me, brain damaging me, sex assaulting, the lies, the cover ups, the time buying. What the hell is going on here? This looks like it's froze. There's serious lagging going on or something in this. I am the victim of identity theft, injuring, torturing, sex assault, brain damage. My skull's been split. My brain's been split. Lies, medical blacklisting, medical discrimination, medical treatment refusals through those lies against me to prevent me help and to keep everything covered up. What the hell is going on with this? Back in 2019, I spoke of OPP crimes, Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial crimes, Ontario Provincial Police crimes. As a result, the human homeless trafficking and homeless exploitation for monetary gains. As a result, I became a victim, and right now I'm having a hard time thinking. I'm being totally numbed down. I have absolutely no feeling in my head whatsoever. I have no feeling or stimulation in my brain or my head whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. It has been that damaged. I have what is called remote neural monitoring on me. It is police and military tech. It is a nano microchip implant. I have proven it and shown it. And it is designed to destroy a person's central nervous system on them, which will destroy a person's brain, which will cause serious brain problems, which will destroy a person's lymphatic systems and a lot of other things. I, my right side of my body is completely gone. My right lung is completely screwed. My right kidney is completely screwed. As I'm sitting here right now, all I'm feeling is being broadcasted through by Blair Hardy and Tyler Lake, mostly Blair Hardy, and William Wooldridge too today a lot, but mostly Blair Hardy. And he is obviously somewhere close. He's probably either right beside, either at above the wine store or the bakery at that disabled girl's place where he hangs out, probably collecting his welfare for his, he goes around using different addresses, and I can prove it. He's used this building where I live at to try to collect welfare, and he's never lived here. But he was using this place as an address as a means to do it, and I can very 100% prove it. I can very 100% back up my words. He is Bandito's MC, Blair Hardy is, allegedly. He is a meth dealer. He is a drug trafficker with Tyler Lake and Javen Alstein. They are guilty of my identity theft. William Wooldridge is alleged Hells Angels Ontario chapter leader, lives at 149 Center Street North. He is the co-offender, obviously, and boss to OPP. He's highly untouchable, unarrestable. I've been trying for 3 years. The cops will surround hands on guns to prevent anything on him, them, or doctors or anyone else. They will kidnap. They will false arrest. So if anybody has been involved with OPP, Lennox and Edmonton, Ontario Provincial Police, unless they actually caught you doing something, I would fight anything that they had done to you because it will be illegal. Nothing they do is legal. They false charge and arrest just to criminalize victims, just to make their crimes look legal against their victims. And I can prove it. I've been proving it for 3 years. Shannon Cork telling me what kind of glasses I should buy, telling me to file a report when I told her to arrest her boss when he walked by when she was illegally at my previous address. And she laughed in my face, told me to file a report, knowing that it would not do any good, that it would be ripped up, tore up. As William Wooldridge went on to stalk, call my mother mom, and cause her death with intent, was using remote neuromonitoring on her with her age, the radiation, the EMFs. It caused tumors, it caused cancer, it caused her death, and it was done with intent. Billy Wooldridge was told that he and I were switched at birth. He believes it. I'm 50, he's 70, 71, 72 years old. He also thinks that he's my dad as well. Stupid motherfucker. But he also thinks he's Harry Potter. He is bald, goatee, wears glasses like Blair Hardy now. Lives at 149 Center Street North, Old Boomhauer House. And yeah, he is the alleged leader of Ontario Chapter Hells Angels. He is the one that gives him and Blair Hardy are the ones that give the orders to the police here. Human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, children to pedophiles, adults to sex offenders. They're using the remote neuromonitoring for invasive surveillance. They see me doing this and hear me doing it right now and know I'm doing it. They use it for invasive surveillance so they can watch everything, keep track of their human trafficking victims 24/7. I am the victim of identity theft for revenge retaliation. I have prisoner tracking on me illegally, either from Billy Wooldridge or Blair Hardy. They are sex offenders. Lies against me stating I have a long criminal record and history. I do not have. Never been in jail. Only charged once, and that was falsely by OPP and the doctors to deflect their crimes and to prevent me from doing anything against them for trying for 3 years. And I will not be proven wrong on that. And an attempt to cover up and keep me from help for 8+ months under the threat that if I tried, I had to notify them if I was going to try to save my life or I would end up going to jail. Calling the hospital and under harassment bullshit for letting the hospital know what was taking place with me by the hospital and by the doctors and letting them know that they should be arrested and charged for their crimes and they were threats and dangers and they were nothing more than cover-ups and co-offenders with OPP cops there here that I've named. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Waldron, Paladin Security, Triage Terry, Tanya, and David. Terry, the one time I went up there, tried to lock me in a room. I told him to stay away from me because he was dangerous, so he attempted to lock me in a fucking room. He's also called me on for fights at one point in time. I'd go up there, I'd be getting called names, being treated like shit, being called retarded and everything else, and then expected to take it. And when I was walking out, they were turning it around to make it look like I was refusing treatment. And that was not the case in any way, shape, or form. That was because I was being treated like a piece of shit, being belittled, and everything else. And I am not going to take that because they are doctors and think that they can. All because of the lies against me, you gaslighting pieces of shit. You are nothing but OPP crime cover-up doctors. You exist to cover crimes for OPP and yourselves and for their inmates. You're Hells Angels and Bandito involved, allegedly. You're human sex trade, slavery traffickers, pedophiles. Billy Wooldridge used to stalk children at Tim Hortons here in Napanee for the ex-chief for sex slavery and for pedophilia. They're drug traffickers. All the ones that have overdosed here in Napanee from drugs has been through lace drugs from Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jabin Allstein, compliments of Spencer Mills 14716 and Robert Kane. This is how OPP get revenge on their victims. This is how they human traffic. Families are murdered and missing. It is the police, and this is how they are doing some of it. I am the end of my bloodline, and I am going through this. I'm being mentally screwed up in hopes that I start taking on all these other junkies' personalities in hopes that I start calling myself by these people. Isn't that right, Wooldridge? Isn't that right, Hardy? Yous are the delusional fuckers, not me. I damn well know who I am. And I'm certainly not Billy Wooldridge, and I'm certainly not Blair Hardy, and I'm certainly not Tyler Lake, and I'm certainly not Jabin Allstein, and all you other fucking junkies who are trying to do this to me in hopes that I get mentally screwed up. OPP has turned homicide in Napanee into a game, and they're using their drug-fed, money-paid co-offenders to do it. To be Pontius Pilate's above suspicion. They are guilty of domestic terrorism, as a matter of fact, as well, because of this being military and police tech, and they are using it for criminal purposes, for illegal purposes. They're also using Clearview AI to frame victims. Isn't that right, OPP? This is how you frame, this is how you kill, and this is how you traffic in napanee. And the longer this goes on and no arrest, then it will be a lot easier to get away with. My identity theft is pretty much done. Chris is pretty much done, is dead. Consciously, I have no feeling left in my head whatsoever from being deformed and injured, not being able to go to a hospital or being taken or to get help for the past 3 years. So my identity's gone. This is nothing but Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, a combination of all of these bastards, along with Tyler Lake and Jabin Alstein and all these other fucks. And when they are using this remote neural monitoring on me, their feces and piss goes through my body. So it is decaying me from the inside from all of these bastards doing this to me as well. Like I said, OPP has turned homicide into a game in napanee. This is how they murder bloodlines with pleasure, ripe for revenge retaliation. Isn't that right? Spencer Mills, ex-chief, pedophile. My head, I hope that was seen. That spot on the back of my head, because I've had that for 3 years. It will not heal up, and that's where I get everything goes through my body, and then it goes through that spot on the back of my head, and it starts to spread around. And that's pretty much my pituitary area and my pineal gland area. My right lung is screwed. My right kidney is screwed now. I had no problems prior to any of this happening to me back in 2019. After the XOPP drove by at my previous address, him and somebody in a black truck, and they proceeded to point something at me and shoot me with it, and it went into my right ear. And that's when the lies, the cover ups, the time buyings, and everything else started against me. Because of me speaking of their crimes, this is their way of trying to shut me up. This is their way of trying to frame me. Billy Wooldridge is a fucking sex offender. So, yes, they do illegally arrest and they do frame victims. They're using Quinney Detention Center and they're using their badges, positions, their lies, false guise of law to be above suspicion, along with their little drug-fed, money-paid co-offenders, right Tyler Lake, right Jabin Alstein, right Ray, Mike, Allie Cooper, Michelle, Bob, or Bert Hustler, Maggie Falls, a guy named Mike who's homeless that lives in a tent or a trailer here in Napanee, Isaac, Curtis, the woman on Center and Thomas side door entrance. She's an obese woman with reddish blondish hair. And there is many others here. Robert Barry, aka Bucktooth Bob, bald, crowbar mustaches, glasses, walks around with a bag of drugs. There's a Kim, there's a Brandy from Water Street. They've all used this on me. Michelle, homeless woman, or whatever. They all use it on me. You're doing this, you're getting away mentally. If I could get to a hospital and be checked, all it would take would be x-rays, MRIs, or brainwave scans to prove the internal damages done to me from this. I'm more than willing to have bodies exhumed, OPP, and everybody else to prove my DNA and my identity, you fucking goose. completely stealing a bloodline for a sex offending piece of shit so you can human traffic and so you can get back to having sex with children, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, forgeries, illegal arrests, false arrests to deflect crimes from you against your victims, using your doctors to co-commit criminally with negligent intent, cover-ups, the justice of the peace here to obstruct for you. I have no control over my fucking neck or my head anymore. So, and they are all sitting back doing this to me remotely. And in the process, I am being physically fucking deformed. I'm being injured and tortured by these bastards. And there is nothing I can do about it because it's through OPP and Dr. Tatiana V from her file falsifications and everything else against me because I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to all of this happening. And then all of a sudden, I would go to other hospitals and, well, what do you expect us to do? We seen your file, we seen your file. I kept hearing that over and over and over again. And I'm wondering what the fuck? What's this file about when I had not been to a hospital or a doctor, and then all of a sudden all of this shit and the discrimination and lies after Tatiana talks to Stacy, and then I get my CAT scans done and it all starts, right? You're fucking terrorists, you're nothing but criminals. You became doctors to be above suspicion. You are serial killers just like Spencer Mills is a serial killer cop 14716. You are a serial killing cop, Spencer Mills. This is how you frame, this is how you traffic, this is how you murder, this is how you end bloodlines, this is how you do everything. Conveniently, nobody's arrestable. And I am not going to OPP because I'm not going to be shot for wanting to save my life, trying to save my identity, and trying to save my life so OPP can get away with this on me. You are all very seriously dangerous motherfuckers. To my brother Trevor and my nephew Eli, I love you very much. Never forget that. And everything I've always said has been 100% true about what has taken place with me, and I have proven it. And everything I have said, how they, about our mother, is 100% true. And they are guilty of using R&M on her. William Wooldridge was calling our mom himself. He was calling her mom because he was told so that she was his mother, that we were switched at birth. When he's 71, 72 years old, our mother was 77 at the time, and I'm 50. I know this, but there is no way, hell, and shape or form that we are related. You are a delusional piece of shit, and you think by doing this it's gonna make your life any better. You think it's not gonna. You're gonna not have your delusions and be a piece of shit garbage. That you are Billy Wooldridge, that you are Blair Hardy, that you are Tyler Lake, that you are Jabin Olstein, being nothing more than drug-fed, protected fucking OPP bastards and little bitch boys is all you are. Nothing more. You are a means for them, you stupid fucks. You are a means for them. And that's all you are. They need homicides and they feed you drugs, give you a little bit of protection, and they use tech that nobody knows about around Napanee, and boom. Hoping nobody will research anything. So, yeah, my identity theft is done. And you are guilty of murdering a bloodline, you low-life garbage OPP. Spencer Mills, Blair Hardy. This has nothing to do with any kind of mental illness. I'm standing here and I'm feeling their fucking presence around me and their consciousness is around me and in me. I don't think so. How's that possible? It's because I'm attacked or attached to them through this fucking tech, and all they need is a cell phone, Wi-Fi, and computer. Simple as that. To broadcast through me 24/7. When I eat now, all my food goes to the right side of my body instead of my stomach. So I'm also being decayed from that. Nothing I can do about it. Paladin Security, last time I went there, I went to register, did that, nothing else was said or done. Was told to go away for triage, did that, sat down, waited. Paladin security guard come charging out, told me to get the fuck out of the hospital, that nobody was going to see me today. So apparently he he is the one that runs the hospital. And that day, because of why I was there, caused me my lung damage and my kidneys. You piece of shit. So actually you are guilty of attempted murder as well. You fat slob. You And also, you call me by my name? I've never introduced myself to you, little boy. You are only, what, 24, 25 years old? I'm 50. When you refer to me as Mr., or you refer to me as Sir, or you keep your damn mouth shut, little security guard. And I bet you done that on a call from one of the OPP that told you that if you did kick me out for no reason, to help buy time, to help cover up and everything else, that you would become a cop. I would not doubt that that was the reason. Are you a drug trafficker too, with the rest of them? You're guilty of attempted murder, Paladin Security. Like I said, you fat bastard. Because of you and the rest, I am being fucking having my identity changed by an inmate sex offender. I'm having my life stolen by Blair Hardy and Billy Wooldridge, who are Hells Angels and Banditos, and they are OPP untouchables. They're scared of them. OPP scared of these little bitches because they own them and because who they are. So, you did it, Tyler. You did it, Jay. You did it, Mike. Thanks for murdering a bloodline, OPP, because you can. You are filthy fucking terrorists.